Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do an unboxing and show you how to set up for the first time this ECOVACS DEEBOT N10 Plus robot vacuum cleaner. It does have a self-emptying base and it does mop. So here's everything that came out of the box. We do have this little shield that we're going to put onto the base station. 2 brush rollers. There were some little bumpers in here. Make sure you remove those on both sides. Now the bumper can move freely. It does have LiDAR navigation, so make sure there's nothing around here. There will be something spinning in there. We got a power button. Let's go back here. This is the mopping. This is where you're going to add the water. And right here is the dust bin. So it does have a little cleaning tool we can help to clean it with. We have a power button. So the first thing we want to turn this to the on position in a little bit. Here's the dust bin. It comes already installed, but you will have to clean this once in a while. It does auto empty out the bottom right here. And there is a filter here. Once in a while you will have to clean this filter. Okay, let's take a look at the bottom of the robot. Here's our drive wheels. We got a single brush roller. Now we do have some side brushes. They're color coded. Put the red over here. Red is for right. Green is for left when it's flipped over on its correct position. So just snap those in place. Drive wheels, we have fall off sensors so it won't fall down your stairs. Once in a while those glass lenses will need to be cleaned. Free spinning wheel, this is where it charges the robot. Looks like it does have a sensor there of some sort. Maybe a carpet sensor. Let's spin it around. Let's take a look at the brush roller. Once in a while you will have to clean this. So it looks like it's got some rubber and then some bristles. There is no hair comb on the inside, but let's take a look. Put the right there. There's what the door looks like. Put it in. Make sure the brush rollers are out of the way. It does move up and down a little bit. Now again, this is the water tank. We can take this off. This is where you're going to put the water. All right, you're going to fill it up right here. It does have a water pump inside here, so it's going to use water pump. Looks like it gets electricity to power the water pump, so it's not going to leak if it's just sitting there. Here's the mopping pad. Just kind of rotate it forward. That's what helps get it off. Now you'll have to clean this mopping pad. It's held on with Velcro. There's like a little area for it to go in right there. The water is going to come through these 3 little holes. So you can throw this in the laundry after it's done mopping your room. Put it on, pull the Velcro, kind of tight a little bit, and there it is. All right. Now the water is going to come out these 3 holes right here. So when you put the water tank on, there's a tube here that's going to send the water back into the machine and come out these 3 holes right here. And then when this is on, those 3 holes line up with that right there. And again, there's the auto empty ports. Those line up. It's going to auto empty through these ports right here. Up here in the auto empty bin, so press the button right here. There's your dust bag. So there's a vacuum cleaner inside here that's going to kick on and empty out everything that the robot picks up through right here. And so once in a while you will have to change that bag. Now on the bottom of it, we do have this big chamber that we can take off. If you get a obstruction in the duct work that goes up to the bag, you can take these screws out. And I like that it's clear so we could kind of see the obstruction. So you can take that out, remove the obstruction. 120 volts, 50 or 60 hertz, 8 amps. And the power cord is 5 feet long and it's 2-prong. All right, so we need to install this ramp. It installs from the bottom. So these little detents are going to go right here, snap into place. Now when we put the robot down, it's got a little bit of an extra ramp. I want to snap there. Those 2 little detents go kind of on top, then it rotates into the bottom. So now when the robot is docked like this, it has more of a ramp, and it looks like, but the mop pad shouldn't leak because it has a water pump in it, so it doesn't rely on gravity. Here's what it looks like when it's docked. So the main thing is for help the wheels get up onto it, looks like. Overall dimensions of the robot, 13.5 looks like. Let's do exact height to the top of the LiDAR. 3 3/4 to the top of the LiDAR. This is where it's going to charge the robot. All right, so with the extra ramp, 22 inches. Left to right, about 12 and 11 3/4. Now you do have to be able to lift the lid all the way up. 23.5 to the top is about 16.5. Okay, be sure and turn the switch. That's off. Turn it to the on position and plug your docking station in and you're going to dock it. That did make a sound when I turned it on. So you need about 1.64 inches on either side and about 5 inches in front of it.
Install.
Okay, so you're going to get the DEEBOT ECOVACS app. Okay, I bought this used off of Amazon, open box. It doesn't look like it was used very much for $189. I paid $189 for this. It's retailing for $650, which does seem kind of high, but they sent me the wrong bag. Here's the actual bag. Now they talk a lot about in their advertisement about this bag being like triple layer. It does seem pretty thick to prevent dust from coming out, but this one, I think it's too small because it just sits there. It's got to be able to go from here to here. So I had to order some. They'll be in tomorrow, but I'm trying. Hopefully, I can get this to work. I don't know what I've used, but I got so many dust bags. I'm going to give that a try. But there is a light there I plugged in. Let's dock it. I'm not super happy. I don't really like that extra ramp. It's been kind of. It kind of falls off a lot. I will be comparing it to the Dream.
Charging.
And that's the Dream D10 Plus over there. So it's in the same price range. This will be a good comparison when I get everything figured out. Okay, ECOVACS Home. You should end up on like this home page, and we've got an ad. So I wish that was an ad button, but that right there I clicked on. That activates the camera. We're going to scan that QR code. So take your phone, scan that QR code. You have to enable location services. Again, I bought this with my own money, so this will be an honest review. But first thing, we do have to just set it up, and then I have to use it for a while. So this is the setup video. I have to enable. I have to rescan it. Somehow I have to enable location services. Okay, I scanned it again. I didn't have to go into settings. It's on. I heard it switch on, yep. Okay, preparation. Briefly press the reset button. So I haven't done that yet. So let's go. They're all a little different. There's a reset button, so it says.
Ready for network settings.
All right, so I just pressed it for about 2 seconds. Click, I heard, next. Join. So this is going... The robot's going to transmit a Wi-Fi. Your tablet or phone has to, yeah, I heard the voice. It has to connect. Oh, maybe I should, yeah, okay. Yeah, looks like it's connected.
Connected.
Okay,
Please
good.
go back to the app to continue the setup.
All right, just stay here and let it do its thing. Don't close it. Leave the app open. Okay, so name the robot, that's fine, the D10 Plus. Time zone. Of course, then I picked the time zone. Now there's a firmware. Well, let's do it. Automatic updates. Update now, let's just update it.
Upgrading.
That light is like pink down there. That's telling us something. So this isn't taking too long. Yeah, and while it's, don't do anything, let your tablet just sit here. All right, looks like it powered down. Now it's powering back up. All right, update that took about 5 minutes. Back, all right. T30, no, I want the DEEBOT 10S.
Plate has been installed.
So let's enter. All right.
Starting charging.
Yep. Okay, good. Continuous cleaning. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. Yes, you do want do not disturb. Yeah. So it will not come on in the middle of the night. So this is important. 10 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Oops. So now it's walking you through D10 plus. How did you... Is that an old map? Because I bought this used? Huh. That's interesting. So we got to go in. Sorry about this. When you got to do an auto, we got to map it. So you may not see this, but somehow I got to get rid of that map. Yeah. It didn't factory reset. That's interesting. I want to delete. All right, so let's go back. All right, so now you probably are at this page. Tips for quick mapping. Open doors next. Next. So it doesn't really show you, just shows you this. So click on this. Multi-floor, so it can do multi-floors. Okay, so I went back out, back in. You can watch the tips, but it wants me to press this button. I wish that was like a mapping button, but open doors next. Make sure. So I'm going to take the mop pad off because it's not wet or anything. I don't want it to map with the mopping pad on. That starting charging is so... It makes it sound like it's going to start us something. And they go, starting charging. Like it's, well, that's no big deal. Should just say charging. All right. Well, I wanted it to map, but I guess it's going to map, clean while it maps. Okay. Wish it did a mapping run. So I'm getting a live view of the LiDAR. There's the home base. So hopefully, well, I forgot how much battery I have, but hopefully it's going to be able to, I wish it was a dedicated mapping run. Maybe there is. Okay, pick up your small toys, small cords off the floor, open up all your doors, and I'll come back after it's done a mapping run. Okay, so it had to do an entire clean. And there really was no quick mapping. You had to press the clean button and then it said it would clean and map at the same time. Now, it did do a good job. It actually did a good job of cleaning and mapping. So I did put a board up to prevent it from doing the rest of the basement. I was in kind of a hurry. So again, it took 45 minutes to be honest. I typically like when they have auto mapping, but that's fine. It works. So let's click on the map button down here. Whoops. No map available. Well, it's not, it's supposed to be a pop-up and maybe I'm not waiting long enough, but it says it'll make it automatically after it cleans, maybe a few times. I wish it would just make it the map. There probably will be a pop-up say, hey, we've got a new map, click on it and you're gonna wanna save it and then edit it. Okay, I'm gonna start another room clean and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully this time it'll be done. Okay, so it took me 3 days to get a map made. Now that might have been partly my fault and I want to help you. The first thing is a little hard to explain, but you have to do a clean. There is no mapping run. And that clean has to clean your room or your house and then make it all the way back to the base station on its own. And it has to make these little boundaries. So when I was mapping my basement the first time, it would go a little bit and then it would kind of come back, and that might have been my fault because I had some stuff in the way, but it sensed that there was more to be mapped and it couldn't get there or didn't get there, I don't know. But anyway, you didn't have the solid blue line. And so then it would come back to the base station and then no map. I'm like, then I would do a whole clean. I did have it randomly stop in the middle of a clean because I normally start this when I go upstairs and I'm done for the day, and it would like stop in the middle of the room and I would come down the next day and it would just be sitting there and it wasn't out of battery, but it didn't map because it didn't make it back to the, so it has to clean your entire house. Like it has to go in every little area that you have open, like a door open or whatever. And it has to make these little lines with that LiDAR. And it really struggles in my basement because I have so much stuff. Once it does, then it will come back. It has to come back to the docking station on its own. It took 3 days for me to get it to come back to the docking station on its own. Once it did, now I have a map. I've researched it. I've deleted the map. I've tried adding multiple floor map. I've turned that on and off. This has been a little frustrating, but hopefully I can help you. So it will take, like this one took 60 minutes. And I actually blocked off a certain section of my basement. And I had to put boxes there because normally I put a piece of wood, but the LiDAR can see over the wood and it sensed that there was more to mapped and it wouldn't stop. So it wouldn't create a map. So I guess what I'm saying, it has to have like physical boundaries that are like walls, and it just took 3 days. So hopefully that will help you. I'm actually kind of excited about it. It looks like a good vacuum because I've had 3 days of watching it. Now let's do the map. So I'm not really sure. Okay, we click on the map. See, I had that on and off. It didn't matter. You can turn that on and then just take it to another place and have it do it full clean. But anyway, click the map. All right, now map management. Now I can edit areas. Divide a room. So it made one big room. It didn't make. So there's the line. Now I do my typical drag the line, and it's got to be solid in order for it to recognize. All right, now I'm going to hit divide. Now I've got an A and a B, and they are a little bit different color. You can merge areas. Let's go back now. Let's go label areas. B is the study. Let's just say it's not a study, but A is the, oh, let's call it the, I wonder if I can do custom. I don't think I can do custom. So you have to pick, let's call it the gym. So I couldn't do a custom. Go back now, virtual boundaries. These are going to be important because there were several areas that I need a virtual. So I got no mop zone, virtual boundary. So please check the boundaries. Oh, this is unusual. So this is not typical. I think this is an older robot because things are more advanced now in the app on other robots. But so you click virtual wall and you're like, where is it? So it wants you to place your finger on it and now draw. And now I can move that box. So that's different. Normally it makes the box and you just drag it where you want. So I know it really struggles in this little area right here. We can just tell. And hit the little check mark right there. So it added a, let's add a no mop zone. So again, select, okay. So no mop zones are like virtual walls for the mop, I guess. They're not like boxes. Or maybe, oh, they are. I can do, okay, so under virtual boundaries, I've got boxes and lines. Now let's go to not mop zone. Now that's, again, select, I gotta start drawing. No, select, then start drawing. Okay, so there's a no mop zone. It was able to sense carpet. I don't know exactly how it is, but the map does, like that's carpet and that's not carpet. So it is able to sense carpet. Hit the check mark. All right, let's go back. Labeled, I can delete, I don't want to delete. What's this button? Oh, router strength. That's kind of nice. So it shows it strong right here. Oh, it even, I do have a router there. Huh. It knew the router was right there. Okay, I've not seen that on any robot. That was actually pretty cool. All right, let's go back. Let's go back now. Okay, I love that we see the map on the home screen, okay? And I've got these rooms. Now I can do, Cleaning preferences, no, sequence. So I want this one, then this one, and hit save. That way it'll clean that one first, then that one. Let's do custom. So custom is an area I want to clean. And let's go over to auto is everywhere, area. Okay, so this area is rooms, I think, yeah. So area is another name for rooms. So I can select that room. Again, there is no AI, there's no automatic cleaning. You have to pick, it'll remember what you picked last time, but you've got to pick it. Quiet is really, really quiet. I had it on quiet because it had to map my basement like 5 times, and I was tired of listening to it. And I think it saves battery too. Okay. What's that? Yeah, that's edit. Yeah, okay. So we're getting used to it. Again, the app is capable, just a little different than I'm used to. So let's go up here again. Now they have this advanced mode. It is enabled. They have basic settings and then additional settings. So let's go through the basic. Auto boost. We want to turn that on. It's going to auto boost when it senses carpet, it'll increase the suction. Auto empty. After returns this after cleaning, or you can do it on time. So if you got pets and you want it to say it's probably going to take an hour to clean my house, but every 20 minutes it will go back and empty the dustbin. Scheduling. It's going to be very important to put this on a schedule. And you got area cleaning, auto. So put it on a schedule. Continuous cleaning. This was off. I turned it on. If it runs low on battery, it'll go back to the base station, charge, and then refinish where it was at. But then you want to make sure, and this was off also, make sure you enable Do Not Disturb, 2200 to 8. Sorry if I'm repeating this because it was 3 days ago when I started this video. Cleaning cloth reminder. I guess let's turn that on. Set a time, 30 minutes. Oh, that tells me when it's time to clean the cloth. Let's do 60 because I'm not sure. No, I had to do that a couple times, so don't reset the map. That's like deleting the map. And I couldn't find a reset. Let's go under additional settings. Cleaning log. So this is, you're going to find the cleaning log. And it's got, yeah, 25 times, 13 hours. I think it's got whoever's other house. No, that was my house, 6/8. Set to June 8th. Why is the date and time off? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that was, I deleted. It still had the person's, I bought this used off of Amazon, and it looks like they used it for 4 or 5 times and sent it back. And it still had their map and stuff in here. I had to delete their map. And again, I never saw a reset either. So maybe it's pressing the button or something, but here's today. It shows you, yeah, that's, it can't zoom in or anything. Yeah, these were all these attempted mapping. See, okay, so we can kind of explain. See, when I put a piece of board and it said, no, there's more past that board. I can't map it. And then I stopped it several times. This was, I thought it was going to do it, but it could never sense that upper area. Like I opened all that up. Like it should have been able to travel there, but it just didn't. Here's one time I thought it should have done, but it never made the map because cleaning had been ended. It has to have like a green check mark where the machine finished the cleaning. So that's the key to mapping. Start it and let the machine finish it. I think, yeah, all these times it kind of, I think, yeah, it ran into trouble. Yeah. All right, let's go to accessory unit usage. That's how much is left on all the filters and everything. Voice report. I do like the volume. Time zone. I was having a hard time because it just, there's so much. It was hard to read. And then you can rename it. Help. Those were okay. I did a couple of those. About. Network information, firmware. Yeah, nothing was a reset. Okay, so we're back to the home screen. That was everything in the settings. And again, this is the home screen. And you enter, it tells you can do cleaning right from here, but you can enter. This is where so the map is on the home page, looks good, auto cleaning. So, okay, so you can go right to the cleaning log right up here at the top. That's nice. Sequence, I can zoom in. Okay, so, and I can auto empty. I did put the correct dust bag in there now. All right, let's do a quick clean. Let's just do a custom. I don't want to do a whole bunch. Yeah, I finally had to take it out of my kitchen because I had to get some work done. And so I thought this is just going to be a process. But here the bag does fit in there really nice. You have to use the bags that are made for this because there's these little openings. And then there's a micro switch down here that has to be made. And the bags do seem pretty thick. In the advertisement for this, they do talk about how it keeps microorganisms out and stuff. So it's kind of like keeping allergies out. It did seem kind of thick. So when it's emptying, I don't think you're going to get a lot of dust coming out of this bag. And it does seem like it seals. And again, when it's mapping, it is cleaning. So the filter, this thing has done several cleanings. I like that outer screen. There's a big outer screen that I like. I'll show you why. Okay, so it did get some stuff there. I'm not worried about that. So this outer screen is nice because stuff's going to stick to that. And then when it gets sucked out, it's not inside the filter. I think it helps with the auto empty. Now here's the actual filter. That's going to catch, now the fine stuff goes through that. And yeah. And I don't know if you can okay. I don't think you can wash that filter. I wish that was reusable. It talks about rinsing that. I think I don't think you can reuse this. You got to buy a new filter. I wish it was reusable. I love when they're reusable because they actually do clean up very well. So we got to add water. There's the tank. I had to go find the mop pad. I set everything off to the side. I'm getting a little bit of hair wrap. Well, actually, carpet wrap. All right, let's fill it up. I did notice there was a ball or something. Again, it's got auto empty out both, but I gotta flip it over. I don't remember seeing this, but oh, you know what? It sucked that up. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. Okay, those are number 1 Phillips screws. Okay, that's not supposed to be there. These are these little things that I have. Oh, that's over for my teeter. That's for my back teeter. Okay. First I thought there was a ball that goes back and forth because of the suction, but no. Okay, so I really like that. And I liked that it was 2 paths. That way, I mean, if one does get clogged, it's got another one. It's kind of ingenious. I was so close to sending this robot back. I normally don't persevere 3 days on a mapping. And again, I think that was partly my fault. And now I'm glad I did persevere because I think it's going to help other people. And I think this actually is a good robot. I don't know about this ramp. This robot seems like it's climbing a hill when it's going up into this ramp. Most robots, when they go into they don't feel like, it doesn't look like they're climbing Mount Everest, but this one does. And it's got to be tilted. Yeah, these little tabs have got to go on the top, and that goes on the bottom, so you got to put it in and then tilt it up. So it's a little, and don't move the base station. So you can't, that's a whole nother story. These things, some robots do a better job than others. Like you put the base station somewhere and then it works, and then you move it a little bit, and then it's like, it took like 10 minutes. I moved it a little bit and it took like 10 minutes. It eventually did dock. But boy, they really want to go with that memory. So I put just plain water in here. Again, it's got a water pump. I like that. But it's weird how it takes the water here, sends it into the robot. Or maybe the robot, that's where the pump's at. That's probably where the pump's at. Thought I saw electricity being passed through. Yeah, that must be where the pump's at. And then the water's going to come out these holes right here. All right. A little different, but again, different doesn't mean bad. All right, and put this. I didn't necessarily like. I mean, this it pops on. So again, that's that pad.
Mopping plate has been installed.
No, it hasn't.
Mopping plate has been installed.
All right. It can be a little tricky taking that on and off. But I do like that it can dock and still auto empty with it on. That way you could have this clean while you were gone. Oh yeah, it does have a carpet sensor. I forgot. Carpet sensor. Okay, so this has some nice features. Again, I was impressed watching it. I don't know a year it was released. And this charging is so funny because it's not one sentence.
Starting charging.
It says starting charging, like they took two separate sentences and combined them. Okay, I divided up the rooms a little bit more. Let's do a full room, but I added a lot more no-go zones. But this is just the unboxing. So again, I will have it clean my house and we will see exactly how it does, but just for demonstrations and let's start off on quiet. Let's start off with high water flow, normal. Oh yeah, it can't raise the mop pad, so you got to put a no mop zone. Okay, I like that it has a carpet sense. That way you know where the carpet is on the map. Cleaning, we'll do standard. We're going to change it as we go. Oh, so it does have auto. All right, let's start it. Okay, so I've got the mop pad installed. So it's mopping right now. I do like the robot. I was getting pretty frustrated at it. But when I was watching it, I actually do like how it works. It did seem like it was vacuuming good. Navigation, it's got LiDAR. Yeah, okay. So even when it's got that carpet sense is telling it not to go there because it has the mop pad installed. Okay. Here's where all that dirt and debris was. Now I should have wet the mop pad. That's always desirable. Anytime you put a mop pad on a robot, you want to wet it, but it looks like it's doing an okay job. Oh, doesn't like when I'm around it. Again, it seems like it knows what it's doing. Yeah, it's wet. All right. So it's returning to charge, and then I'm going to take the mop pad off, which I do find a little tricky. Hopefully I didn't move that base. You would like for the homing beacon to be a little better, but yeah, watch this climb Mount Everest. And it's off. I must have moved the base. And it tells you in the manual not to move the base. Yeah, it's like, oh wow, yeah. The homing beacon, you would like the homing beacon to be a little bit better, but maybe it doesn't have a homing beacon. Maybe it's only relying on the LiDAR. Yeah, see, it just looks like it's climbing Mount Everest. Yeah, and then it does this and gets stuck and... I think normally if you don't move the base, it does dock normal. Again, I must have moved the base. But even when okay, now it's going to dock now because it's perfectly lined up, but it just... And now it's going to auto empty.
Starting charging. Emptying the dustbin.
Yeah, it's sucking air in right here. Right here. Feels like it has a good auto empty system. Now you're gonna have to come up here and take the mop pad off yourself. All right, we can see, yeah, I should have wet it. It was only able to wet it in that area.
Starting.
And I would love for it to say like, okay, now finish cleaning or finish vacuuming. But this is what it shows. So I gotta, yeah, maybe it's something that, okay, so I must have got it locked up. And these things don't like to be turned over, and they don't like to be lifted off their wheels, but you do have to lift it off the wheels to get this off. All right, so now let's go back to area. Now it's gonna do vacuum only. All right, that's standard suction. There's strong suction. And we got whirlwind or max plus. So it does sound like it's got good suction. Let's go back, let's go to quiet. I like quiet. There's max plus on carpet. I think it's actually going to be a good robot after the mapping. Does it increase suction for linoleum? Huh. It's decreasing the suction when it's on carpet. And I've got it on max plus. That's interesting. Let's go back to this. I got it on strong now. So again, yeah, it seems like a good navigation once you've got the map set. That is the no-go zone I put. So when it's on strong, it doesn't increase it. Let's go to standard. So here's standard suction. So when it's on standard suction, it increases suction for carpet, which is what you'd expect. That's called carpet boost. And then when it goes on to linoleum, it lowers the suction because it doesn't need as much.
Complete. Returning to charge.
All right. All right, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, it's going to do a better job this time. watch it auto clean. Then we'll talk.
Starting charging. Emptying the dustbin.
Says it was released in 2024. Well, from what I can see, released in 2023. Okay, thanks for joining me for this journey. That was it was 30 minutes just on this part. I'm looking at my screen and going. But I hope this video helps. I do like it, and I'm rooting for it. I'm going to do a detailed review. I'll be comparing it to some other robots, but wish it had a dedicated mapping feature. But again, might have been my fault. You may hit the clean button one time and it maps your house and you never have a problem with it. So I probably think that would probably be more likely than not. So again, I bought it with my own money. They sell a lot of them on Amazon, I see. So I thought, well, I'm interested in it now. And then, so this is the setup video. There'll be a review, quick review, and comparisons coming soon. So again, thanks everybody for watching. If you could hit the like and subscribe button. And again, I use affiliate links. So I put a link to this underneath the show description notes. If you click on the link, the product won't cost you anymore, but I will get a small commission from the sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. That way I can do these videos. So again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. So be sure and check out I have 2 Facebook pages, a Facebook group page and a Facebook page. I do free giveaways there behind the scenes. I'm also on Instagram if you want to see just behind the scenes little snippets. I mean, yesterday I took a bunch of videos of Fiona doing different things. So Instagram, just a dead videos. I'm also on TikTok, short videos of how things are going. Again, I use links. So I am an affiliate with Shark, Ninja, Amazon, Walmart. And if I put a link in my show description notes and you click on that link, it'll take you to their website and where you can purchase the product. The product won't cost you anymore, but I will get a small commission from you using that link. It is a way of helping support my channel. I want to continue to do these reviews of these vacuum cleaners, buying them with my own money, giving you a completely honest review. That has been so helpful, purchasing these with my own money, and I don't feel like I have to say anything about it other than what I feel. So I just created this big area here. We're going to do all kinds of robot vacuum cleaner testing. I've got about 6 robots, about 8 robots that I need to unbox, review, test. I put them up here. I'm always constantly putting stuff on the floor. Usually when I go upstairs for the night, I'll start one and it cleans while I'm upstairs watching TV. So then I can see how if I come back the next day and is it on its base station? Is it stuck somewhere? It's a pretty big obstacle course down here. So they have to kind of be on their game to get a good job done down here. I'm working on a big video of, like, these are expensive robots. I'm going to tell you the best expensive robot. I'm going to tell you the best budget robot. I'm going to tell you the best $300 robot. I've got several robots. I've been doing lots of testing, lots of real world testing. Just how do these work? Do they get stuck? Do they clean? Is the water dirty? So lots of videos coming on robots with buying guides. Got the Dream L20, I'm sorry. That's the ECOVACS. We got lots of Roomba vacuum cleaners. Roomba just came out with a brand new one. I don't have it yet. It's going to look a lot like the J9 Plus with the auto refill base, but they're going to clean their mop pad, but I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not too excited about it because it seems like they haven't improved. They don't use LiDAR navigation, which I think everybody should be using LiDAR. That's a Roborock. They use LiDAR. And this was the robot. This is the Shark Blue, $177 open box. It's not brand new. $177. LiDAR navigation, auto empty base. That's incredible. And then typically this is the Shark White AI. It typically goes on sale for $300. LiDAR navigation, Eufy L60 with auto empty base. It's under $300 now. LiDAR navigation. I can't stress enough. Now this is the $1,200 Dyson. It does not have LiDAR. And they've done some software updates. I do have a 30-day real-world test in my house. It did okay. No one can beat their suction. So these all use like these little brush rollers, and they have suction there. Dyson technology is superior to everybody. They have the full-size brush roller, okay, and then they've got their it's probably patented, but it's like their vortex or their suction power that causes stuff not to stick to the filter but get compacted in there. It's just, I was absolutely blown away by how much this actually picks up. It just needs a little bit better navigation, which LiDAR, yeah, it's just LiDAR is the way to go. You just don't have problems with it. Oh yeah, I just got the Eufy X Pro Omni LiDAR navigations on sale. And I got a Tenneco stick vac. Keurig just released a new K Duo, so I'll be unboxing that. Shark Power Detect, gotta do a review on it. I'm starting to get some shelving here for my robots. LiDAR, 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 no LiDAR, iRobot. It uses some different technology. It's got a sensor on the front that I just don't think works very well. iRobot Essentials, no LiDAR navigation, no nothing. Just uses bumper technology. It's $250. Look what, this is $250 without an auto empty base and no map. That doesn't make sense. When that one I just showed you, the DreamBot D10S, I just did an unboxing, $279. LiDAR navigation, does mopping, has an auto empty base. And it has an amazing app that maps your house, and you can put no-go zones. Yeah, here's like the J7 with the mop. This is what the Roombas use, this sensor on the front. Oh, and they have a sensor that tracks movement. Somebody told me in the comments that this sensor here like tracks movement like a mouse. Like you move a mouse on a computer screen. Again, whoops, probably broke it. iRobots, I typically stay away from. They only have that sensor on the bottom. They don't have any sensor on the front. This is for docking and virtual walls. But boy, they sell a lot of these. This is the i3, there's the i5. This is $350. No mopping. The i5, sometimes it's $500, sometimes it's on sale for $400, $350 with mopping, but it's no good. It's because of the sensors. It's a good vacuum, and the auto empty is a little straight. It doesn't work the best sometimes, but the mopping, no. The mapping, no, not very good. I mean, LiDAR has got these Tycoms, $150, LiDAR navigation, you know, 150 bucks. It's actually pretty good. I got a video on it. And I'm needing help naming this room, this wall. Like, what is this going to be? You know, I don't want to use Vacuum Wars because that's another YouTube channel. He does an amazing job with vacuum cleaners and robots. I don't want to impede on his channel whatsoever, but this area is going to be like a competition. It's going to be I'm really at a loss for words. If you could leave them in the comments, I would really appreciate it. But I want this to be like this is the playoffs. This is the vacuum who wins. I'm looking for like a trend, not a trendy word, but like a catchy phrase that I could be like saying it. Okay, let's go over to the robot competition area. But that doesn't sound very catchy. So again, I hope you're having fun. I'm having fun. I always keep my comments to the end, never during the video, never during the information. So I do appreciate you sticking around, listening to me talk about robots. It's been a fun journey. I'm learning something new every day on robots. And I've been doing robot vacuum cleaners now for probably 2 years. And it's only getting more intense because they're releasing robots now like crazy. So I'm trying to keep up, buying them with my own money. I can only budget so much every month for these robots. And then I've got to get the videos out and let people know and tell you what I think of them. But again, I do appreciate everybody using the links. I do earn a small commission if you use those links, and I just really appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe. And again, thank you so much.